I need to be more confident. Or when I engage people, they're like, I wish I had more confidence, right? And I need to be confident all the time, especially leaders. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining me. This is Koach Kalloo here with another great tip on blogs and just how we help you in life, leadership, and business. But before we get into that, my ask is if you can just click on subscribe as well as the notification, just so that way you can be informed when I have something another vlog to kind of come out, or another great message around life, leadership, and business. That would be great. So what am I going to talk about today? See, I'm so excited. I'm getting tongue-tied. Literally, even saying tongue-tied, I'm getting tongue-tied doing it. I want to talk about you don't need to be confident all the time. And there's three areas I'm going to talk about with that. One is conditional confidence, right? So how do we, when I say conditional, I mean conditioning, right? Conditioning confidence. Two, what is confidence? And three, get out of your way and take some risk. So those are three things I want to talk about when we talk about you don't need to be confident all the time. As a coach, I always hear that. I always hear people will reach out to us, even prospects will reach out to us and say, listen, I want to work on my confidence. I need to be more confident. Or when I engage people, they're like, I wish I had more confidence, right? And I need to be confident all the time, especially leaders. If you're leading an organization, leading a team, we hear that a lot. They feel the pressure of having to be confident all the time. But you don't have to be, and I'm going to talk about why you don't have to be. Let's jump into number one. Number one is conditioning confidence, right? Conditioning confidence is one of those things that you actually have to do it before you can be confident. No one just got up and says, you know what, I'm just so confident and I'm going to get in there and go do this. That's probably wishful thinking, or that could be motivation, or that could be you just positively thinking about what that looks like. That's not what we're talking about here. Confidence can only happen and come after you've gotten really good at it. And I'm going to talk about what is confidence in a second, but conditioning confidence meaning doing things that allows you to become better at it, allows you to become more competent. It's about being competent, right? You cannot be competent in something that you haven't done or been trained to do or haven't practiced, right? Like, athletes did not just say, I'm going to be confident that I'm going to be a gold medal winner, right? Like, they can't just will themselves to do it, but they actually have to practice it. These are habits. These are things that requires them to do. This has nothing to do with self-esteem. Now, let's jump into number two, which is what is confidence. Let me simplify this for you. Think of confidence as more about your ability to perform your role or do a particular task, whereas self-esteem is how you feel about how you do that role and that task, right? So how do you feel about self? That is self-esteem, hence the word self-esteem. Self-esteem is about self. How do you feel about self? Whereas confidence is more about the ability. So there's a distinction, right? So that's why you cannot just will yourself. When you become competent in something and you do it well and you've done it, confidence is at the other end of it. I've done it. Now, I was debating if I should use this example or not. I do talk about it sometimes with my clients. Sometimes it may be a little bit off-putting, so I apologize in advance if I offend anyone. But think of it from this perspective. I remember the first time I had sex. The first time I had sex, I couldn't be confident about having sex. I couldn't will my way to do it. I was worrying about a lot of things. How's this going to go? Is it going to go right? Am I going to do it right? But then after a while of having it, you become confident because you know what you're doing. And maybe you got some feedback that it was good or not good. I don't know. But you become better at it. So now when it happens, you don't have to stress out about it. You don't have to say, I wish I was more confident in sex. No, it's about, I've done it. I think I'm competent. I don't need any comments from anyone telling me differently. But I will say any task that you have done, when you have those years of experience and those things that you have done and you've done it well, that's when you could say you could be confident. And so when that happens is where you can say, I'm not going to be confident all the time because maybe this new role, I've never done it before. Maybe this new task, I've never done it. I'm not as competent in it. So therefore, me to hold on confidence is just not realistic, right? The third thing, let me get right into that. Get out of your own way. Take some risk. I'm going to do another video on failure at some point, but that's definitely one you want to check out. If you don't take risk, if you don't practice, if you don't get out there and do it, how would you know if you're confident in it or not? How could you build confidence in it if you've never done it or you don't want to take risk to do it? Here's something I've learned about brick walls, right? Or when we live in a glass house and all these other things. The thing with a brick wall, or when we're behind closed doors because we don't want to hurt ourselves, we don't want to be vulnerable, we don't want to put ourselves out there because we say, I don't want to get hurt by other people. When you put up a brick wall and you close yourself in and you actually don't take risk, you're right. Maybe you will not be hurt by other people, but I think you're doing something worse, which is you're hurting yourself. No one else can get to you, and that may be true, but you're getting to you because you're denying yourself the ability to grow and do better things and become confident in the things that you want to do. So remember, you do not need to be confident all the time. This is Koach Kalloo, which I'm going by Koach Kalloo. I'm just trying it out, see if it fits. I don't know. You tell me with this. But I want to know, what are some things that you weren't confident in and you became more confident because you had condition or you took some risk? Let me know, like, what was one of those things that you just didn't think or you wanted to be more confident in, but you actually started to take some risk and you actually put yourself out there and you created habits that allowed you to become more confident. Please share those below. Koach Kalloo with I think is another exciting video, and let me know. Until next time, take care of yourself. Best wishes for life, leadership, and business.